Hey, what is up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Gran Turismo 7. I just thought I'd do a bit of a quicker video today, just having a look at the TGR Cup for 2024, which has recently been announced and does seem like a very good way to get yourself some great free prizes as well as a decent chunk of change. So we're going to head over to the main website and have a look at what's on offer for this year's TGR Cup and what these incredible rewards look like. So as you can see, heading over to the website itself, we have the Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup returns. Join in the action to receive the GR010 Hybrid 2024 livery and win in-game credits. On Wednesday, the 10th of April, Toyota Gazoo Racing, TGR, announced the details of the Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup 2024 due to be held within Gran Turismo 7. The 2024 edition, marking TGR's 6th year of hosting an e-motorsports tournament, will feature the GR lineup of cars as well as dedicated race machines. This year, the TGR GT Cup will be contested over 7 rounds of online qualifiers, with the 24 highest ranked players from around the world moving to the grand final in December. As you can see, the first reward and the main reward of the bunch is enter the online qualifiers and receive a special car. All players who enter the online qualifiers will receive a free GR010 Hybrid, complete with the 2024 livery for use in-game. This new matte black base colour scheme is featured on TGR competition cars such as the GR010 Hybrid, racing in the 2024 World Endurance Championship Series, or WEC. And as you can see here, it's there in the brand new livery. Now this is something they actually did last year as well, in which we got the 2023 edition. Now there wasn't many changes from the original one in-game, however it is a complete overhaul this year in terms of the livery itself. And I'm a sucker because I'm a complete collector of these cars, so any kind of rarity or special car I absolutely welcome with open arms. However, if you are one of those that are not too bothered, or you maybe don't own one, you can get a car with up to 3 million credits right off the bat just for entering one of the single qualifiers. Doing that, you can sell it for a chunk of change. We also have win up to 9 million in-game credits with point ranking rewards. Now this is where the money comes in, and trust me, it is not as difficult as you may think. Players can win in-game credits according to their position in the online rankings with the new point ranking rewards bonus. Up to 9 million credits will be up for grabs. These rewards will be distributed at the end of the season. Now the good thing about this is, in all honesty, I can only really enter a couple of events typically during the national or manufacturers esports season, I guess, or off season, and to be fair, I get rewarded fairly decently. Sometimes I'll only enter one and earn upwards of over 2 million credits just for one single race, which is absolutely ridiculous. The only downside is you do have to wait a bit, but to be totally fair, that is a decent reward for very little time. If you enter them all, you're pretty much guaranteed to get a massive chunk of credits coming your way, even if you don't necessarily be the most competitive during a race. So really is a decent reward. So I mean, to be honest, that's over 10 million credits if you're just going to sell the car anyway. And if not, you're getting a 3 million credit car and upwards of 9 million credits in game. Perhaps one of the best earners, especially long term, since this will just run in the background whilst you're also building up credits. Now let's have a look at the schedule itself. I know a lot of people really like to deep dive into these to see if any new tracks are coming or any new cars or anything. I'll just hold your breath on that a little bit, but let's have a look at the rounds themselves. Round 1 on the 28th of April, which is this month, is the very infamous Toyota GR86 versus BRZ. This for me is one of my personal favourites to see. That is over at Suzuka Circuit, which is my favourite circuit in the entire world, so cannot wait for that one. Round 2 is the 12th of May, and perhaps one of the funniest events I've ever seen listed, especially for an esports competition, the Prius G 2009 at Raceway Laguna Seca, which is just going to be absolutely hilarious. Round 3 is the 9th of June, which is the GR010 Hybrid 21 at 24 Hours of Le Mans. Round 4 on the 30th of June is a multi-car race, so we have the Supra, Subaru, Mazda. As you can see, they're all Group 4 machinery over at Nürburgring GP. Round 5 on the 14th of July is the Super Formula round that will take place at Barcelona, Catalunya. No chicane layout, featuring both Toyota, obviously, and Honda. Round 6 will take place on the 11th of August, which is a one make for the GR Yaris that will take place at Grand Valley South. And round 7 will take place on the 25th of August, featuring once again a bunch of machinery. So we have Lexus, Subaru, Mazda, Honda and Nissan at Fuji Speedway, and the grand final will be in December, which is to be decided. So we also have that for both the car and the track. So possibly, maybe they'll go for the Toyota GT1 and maybe a new track might come, but I'm not going to hold my breath for that. So again, we do have some existing tracks and then we have that to be decided in December. And I'm assuming by then we will probably have a new track anyway. However, in terms of the event themselves, this is a great selection. Looks like some great fun to have, as well as a decent bit of competition and some of the weirdest races I've really seen. And to be honest, some of the most varied as well. So I think if you're going to enter any of them, in terms of rewards and actual enjoyment, this is looking quite good. The regular season seems to run from the end of April until the end of August, which is 4 months. Then we have a 4-month gap to the December grand final. So to be fair, in terms of the main season itself, I'm assuming all rewards will be distributed in around about 4 months time. So you could be looking at 9 million credits as well as 3 million as well. So it is looking rather quite decent for the TGR Cup as a fairly good money maker that will run in the background. And again, if you do want a decent chunk of change in a relatively short time, you only realistically have to enter one of these events. Now they will typically last maybe an hour or so at tops, really, maybe up to an hour and a half. But doing that, you can earn yourself a massive chunk of credits, as well as obviously a 3 million credit car. That's again, all you need to do is enter the minimum of one event. I just thought I'd bring some more attention to this because I think a lot of people just don't look at the home screen or don't really pay attention to it, or may have completely missed the news anyway. But for me, it is a massive worthy investment, and for me it is probably the most fun of the bunch. Whilst the in-game credits do run in the background of both the manufacturers and the nations as well, so if you want to double them up, you can be looking at probably nearly 30 million credits just for running these events over what is a relatively short season this time around. It usually seems to run forever, but I'm assuming that they'll mostly run just for a relatively short amount of time overall. There is a few changes going on with sort of the esports scene of Gran Turismo and how you qualify and all that kind of stuff. It does seem like a very packed schedule, but in terms of the Toyota one, it's very varied. There's a decent amount of events and there's a decent chunk of rewards on offer, as well as that car reward as well. So let me know what you think of these. Again, I just kind of wanted to bring a bit of attention to it. I do want to say a massive thank you to all of my channel members for your support lately, and I just wanted to do something a little bit different. Tomorrow I'll have my money grind method up with the Audi R8. For me, that is one of my personal favorites, so be sure to check back tomorrow at 4 PM British summertime for that video to be up. Again, I hope you have a fantastic day and I hope you have a great weekend. Take care, guys. Peace.